Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate you guys tuning back in. Another rod to go down my line of my setups, and we'll get right into it. But we're gonna go with flipping. This is my setup for flipping, and I'll run through it with you. Again, I'm running a Daiwa Tatula XT rod with a Daiwa. It's not an SVTW. It's just a Daiwa Tatula 100 series reel, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Flipping is something I just really started to get into this past year. I never flipped much previously. I've thrown a jig around and stuff like that, but I took a guided trip down in Florida earlier this year in the winter, February, and we were flipping for a while, and it was something I always wanted to learn, figure out the techniques with, and get set up with. And I flipped for a lot of that trip, caught some fish on it. I really enjoyed it, and I knew once I got back here I wanted to get set up for it. So this, in the Daiwa Tatula series, this is it's a 7'6" extra heavy rod, 7'6", and it's a great flipping rod. What I want to say is, I don't know if I would use this rod if I was just going to be committed to flipping for 8 hours a day. All right. I feel it's just a little short for that. Now, if I'm going to be flipping all day, heavy mats, big fish, thick vegetation, I'd probably be running a 710, 711. You want something long. You need something with leverage, so you're not killing your arm all day. It takes a toll, so this is something that I throw around in pads, side by side with a frog. I'll switch it up between going top water with a frog, along the edge of pads, in pads, and then if I see something that just looks flippable, submerged, or little isolated reeds, or a mixture of where pads come in, where grass, isolated patches of grass, I'm throwing this, and this thing, it's awesome. It really is. It's sweet, very sensitive tip. You could feel that dunk, you could feel that bite. And I'm running 50-pound braid with it. This is something that I think I'm gonna up to 65, because I just would feel more comfortable doing that. I had 50 left over that I threw on here, which works. It does. But I just know that thick vegetation, thick stuff, that the fish are already down, buried in deep. It's a little different than frogging, because those fish are coming up. I can't get this untangled. Those fish are already coming up at the surface, out of most of that vegetation. This, you're dropping down to them, so you're already competing with 90% of that depth of vegetation already. So to beef up the line to deal with that, I think is a good idea. 50 is strong. It really is. I haven't broke anything off of 50. Heard some horror stories about using 50 with flipping, but I just know that at some point in time, probably when I strip off the 65 from my frog reel, I'll probably put it on this, because I'm gonna put 30, maybe 40 on that, but I really like that 30. Right now I like these, I believe these are the BKK hooks, straight shank hooks. I think this is a 5/0, but these thick wired hooks, man, you need some beef to really, send them home, puncture through and pull those fish out of these this thick cover. But flipping is something that I'm really starting to really enjoy. I never really enjoyed it. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, just never did it. I would watch guys do it, wanted to learn the techniques, wanted to get set up right. So if you go on the website for Daiwa Tatula, they got the whole series of their rods set up, and I think close to the bottom they got the flipping. It's labeled for flipping, 7'6", extra heavy. And this thing's beautiful. It really is. It's like I said, $100 for a setup like this to flip around any kind of cover comfortably, efficiently. It's nice. I really enjoy it. So I just wanted to give you this setup of what I use for flipping. Clearly, like I said, this isn't the only setup out there. Guys are probably running bigger rods than this, but it's just what I use, and it works, like I said. But I wouldn't be doing tournaments on this designated straight for just flipping 8 hours a day. You know, this is something that keep on the deck with your frog, keep on the deck with, you know, a couple other setups, but, you know, I wouldn't rely on this for an 8-hour day. That's just my opinion, you know. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. You know, another rod in my series, another rod in my collection that I use that helps me throughout the day. So anybody that's, you know, watch my videos, I truly, really appreciate it. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts and opinions of it. Throw a like, throw a subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe. If not, that's cool. I'm gonna be throwing more content. I got more rods to go to show you guys, and we're just gonna keep plugging away. All right, appreciate you all. Later.